Hello and welcome back to 90s Rusty Retros. I'm back with the Corsa B once again, and we've got some things to do basically today, and I've also been shopping once again because I've come prepared this time. So if we go into the night, I can actually film now because as you can see back there, it gets dark even in the day because, well, the light doesn't come through far enough. So I'm going to show you what I've just brought in a sec, but first I need to show you the plan, or talk you through the plan for today. So hopefully it brightens up and warms up, because right now, if you can see, it's winter again. Raining, wet, not cold, but not warm either. So as you can see, not ideal conditions for painting crash bars. So we can paint inside, but I'd rather not. I'd rather do it outside so I can vent the workshop. But yeah, that was the plan. So instead, we'll probably crack on with doing the filler today on all the panels on the car. Get all the filler in, smooth it off, and we are dandy. So what did I buy from the shops, you may be wondering? Well, I brought loads of food, obviously. A phone charger I didn't buy, I just brought that because I know I'll need it. I brought 2 rechargeable floodlights from B&M. Look at that, £20. And I've brought a new Bluetooth speaker because mine is fucked. And a nice 20-metre 4-socket extension reel because I've only got a 2-socket reel. And it doesn't reach down to the front end of this unit, unfortunately. It only goes to about where that second ramp is, just at the tip. It's not long enough, so I can't get right out here. And I want to be able to do some work out here, outside, when it's nice and warm. Because being in there on a lovely day is just boring. So, you know, why not? And that was only, I think that was £38 from B&M. But yeah, so that's the goal for today. Get the filler started, paint them crash bars, and see where the day takes us. We need to get the under tray fitted on that machine. Get that back on. I'm still waiting on the glove box and the fuel tank straps. That might be a while, but that is content for another video. We are also going to be joined by Dan today, hopefully, who's collecting, well, some of this. He's going to collect some of the shit, empty out the units, etc. We'll have Jack from JackDoesCars. We've got Chris from 80s 90s Vox Chris, and we've got Elliot coming down. So we've got quite a few people coming down today, so it's going to be a busy little day down here. But I'll crack on, and I'll catch up with you in a short while. So just want to show you something now that we've got them set up, and I think it's going to make, I mean, you can see me even back here, you can see me, so you can quite clearly tell something's changed. I must say, I think for £29 each, or was it £29? It might not have been, I can't remember. Let's have a look. No, £19 each. They are pretty good, and they adjust. You can move them up, down, have them wherever you want them. They don't need batteries. You just recharge them basically with the wires there. But I'm just trying them out for now, and I must say, good purchase. Yeah, I think that's going to help massively in helping you see what I'm doing back here at night specifically, because when winter rolls in, I will be spending a lot of time in here with the doors shut, obviously, because it'll be cold, and I'll have my little heater plugged in. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, they don't seem like they're doing a lot because, I mean, you know, it's fucking daytime, but here we are. But good purchase. I've got all my food to pull out now, and then I'm going to crack on. Everyone should be turning up in a few, well, say a few hours. So I would say not long. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock almost. Won't be long before everyone starts turning up, but yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you, the lights and everything, and the speaker, which is also the Goodman speaker on that chair there. Very good, very good. B&M always makes you buy stuff you didn't go in for. Nature of what it is. Anyway, like I said, I'm rambling. I'll leave you to it. I'm going to crack on with some stuff and get prepared. We're going to see if it dries up a little bit first before I start, and then, yeah, I'll crack on. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so we're going to start putting filler on the panels, i.e. this one first, because it's the one closest to the front doors and light. And then we've got one on the back door, which you can't see, I need to prime the other one because I was an idiot and forgot to prime the other one yesterday night. And I've got to do a few on the arches and a few on the other side. I've never mixed this stuff before. I don't know how you do it. I'm just going to wing it and see what happens. So I'm just going to squirt a fair bit of it out. Don't know how much. I think you use a lot more of this than a tiny amount of hardener, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to assume that'll be enough. Got the lid. Oop, wrong way around. It's a good start. Ooh. And a bit of hardener. Hoping I've undone this right. Take this off. That cap. I don't think you need much of this. I remember. Just trying to squeeze it all down the packet. I think it's like that. That. It's not much, I know that. I'm sure it's not that much. Right, I'm pretty sure you just put that in there and then just mix it about. They're all mixed in. It was my dad that did this for me before when we did the wing repair, which if you've seen a TikTok you'll know worked for about a year. Got it through a year of shows and no one knew any better because it was that good, you couldn't tell. A bit more better. This stuff, it smells this awful. Christ almighty, just get a bit more in there. I think you just mix this until it goes sort of like thick, if that makes any sense. I can't remember. I don't know, I've never done it. But yeah. Cool. Right. Then put a bit on at a time. It's gonna go everywhere, innit? All over the rough edges. Get off there. Doesn't matter if you put too much on either because you can always sand it down, but try to use as much as you have, but enough that it fills all the imperfections out in the paint. Obviously, I am not a professional, as you can probably tell. Oh, that came out smooth. Ah, see that? It's seeping into all the holes. I don't know if you can see that. It's sort of just slowly creeping in. We'll just keep moving that over. Oh, no. You. There we go. There's a bit up there I missed. Just do everywhere we can. And this is where having a grinder with a sanding disc is your best friend, because doing this by hand is a pain. So once it's on, just try and get it smooth. we go. That'll do it. We let that set. Then once it's hardened, we can grind that back and see what we're left with. If you need to put more on, you put more on, but other than that, we just wait, play the waiting game and see what happens. I'm going to continue with the other panels, which you don't need to see because you've already seen that one. So yeah, I'll catch you back when that's all dried up. Okay, so I've just finished applying all the filler to the bits that I've ground down on the bodywork, and it might look a bit messy. Never done it before, no idea, just done it. I've got to hand sand it down now because you don't want to angle grind filler because you'll just take too much off right away. So it's going to be hand sanding from this point on, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'll just show you. There's that one. Just where all the worst parts were. I didn't bother with these because you won't see it under the trim anyway, so don't need to worry about that. This one's done. Still a bit tacky, but it's done. I've made it level to try and remake the same thickness of the panel of what it should have been. Obviously that was a hole, so if I pan around this side, you can see this one's done. This one's done, a bit tight, messier, and this one, and I also did that one. So like I said, I've got to hand sand these now, which is always the fun part. Means getting arm ache and hand ache, and I need to get a mask because the dust is going to start becoming a problem. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I'll get back to you once I've hand sanded them, and then yeah, catch you in a bit. Right, so I've just finished sanding some of the filler down on the back quarters. I will show you what I'm sanding down on the other doors and the wing later. I'm waiting for the filler to dry on them because it's had to be a bit thicker for the damage of that extent, but I'll just show you. Not looking too shabby. So this is all excess. Oh, that's all excess. This is what we're focusing on, and it is so smooth. Yeah, it might be one or two ridges, but not too bad. Same for here. This is something you can all do yourselves, and it's so easy and just not a problem to do. It's mental. So everyone want to do it, just give it a go. You can't get it wrong. You really can't. Anyway, I'll pan back to you later on. Right, welcome back. The filler has now set and hardened, as you can see. It's quite a bit rough around the edges, as it would be. So you're going to want to start off with a very rough, aggressive sandpaper to take off all the chunks around the edges and in the middle, obviously, but not too much that you dig right into the filler and destroy the work that you've just put in. I mean, you can always re-add, but it's just making the job 10 times longer. And then once you've got it down smooth enough, you go to a very fine paper and just smooth out any lumps until you can feel it finger smooth, and you're pretty much there. And then anything you need to fill in again, you put another little thin amount on. Is that same process. It's very simple, just very manual laboured, that's all, and I hate manual labour, I'm allergic to that. But here we are. So I'll show you what we do. Easy with the door open because it sort of extends under the door where the rust bubble was. Not as bad as half of them. So with the aggressive, you go fast, but not too fast, you wear it down too much, but always keep moving. You will have to go beyond the filler, no surprise. You will scratch the rest of your paint, doesn't matter in this case because I'm getting a respray. You should also wear a mask and probably goggles. I'm not. I'm not bothered. Just fine it down on the edges, especially underneath where the lip is. Ooh. As you can see, that's smooth. You leave from the aggressive and you go straight to the fine. And all this does is smooth out the rough patches you've now just put in, and makes it even smoother, and then you can adjust it and decide if it needs more yourself, basically. So that's pretty smooth, but I can still feel lumps. So you don't want that, because when it comes to paint, you will evidently see it right through the paint, very much so. So you want to try and get it as smooth as you can, especially where the filler meets the metal, and you don't want it visible. So right around the edges. Sand it down. There, baby smooth. There's a little lump, but I can address that when I get to it. But that's all there is to it, so that's pretty much it. If you want to see a better result, get closer. Any of these, I just need to go back over, but it doesn't take long at all. It's a very easy process, just labour intensive. That's all there is to fixing rust. Grind away the worst of it, put some rust converter on, prime it, put some filler in with some hardener, and then just sand back, and that's it. Easy and done. Don't know if you can see that, but massive improvement. The bodywork is pretty much done. There's a few extra bits on this door, it needs a bit more, but it all needs more. But I can do this off camera, you don't need to see any of this anymore. The bodywork is done, so that's all good news. You can tell the lights make a huge difference. 40 quid from B&M, can't beat it. Just helps with the quality of the content coming out and stuff like that. But I'm going to try and paint a few bits now quickly before I go, and I can leave them here to set, you see. But yeah, what I want to show you is the cross member. It's now primed, rust treated, and now rust inhibiting primer. That's all ready to go. The crash bars I want to just spray quickly with some paint, red paint, 1 or 2 coats, and then I'll call that quits for tonight. Yeah, pretty much done. So yeah, I'll leave you to it. I'll catch back over you when I've painted those, and then yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Right, so I've just finished painting the front crash bar, which I'll now show you. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's going to be behind the bumper, but it's just future proofing. Bars, as you can see, patchy is probably a word, but it shouldn't rust again. So, you know, I haven't done the back, not bothered about the back. But yeah, that's all done. So that's one. And then the rear one is just on its first coat of red, which I will show you. There you are. This is on its first coat, which is why it looks awful. This is the rear bar. Looks like it's had a knock at some point there. I don't know if you can see that little dent. But yeah, progress is good. Okay, I'll catch up with you once that one's done, and then have some food, and then I'm going to head home because I've got another job to do on the motorbike when I go back. So yeah, catch you soon. Right, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe for the content, and check out the podcast that we recorded today. That'll be going up tonight, and probably this, but you'll see which one. There'll also be the podcast available on Jack's channel, which is JackDoesCars 47. So please go check that out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.